What up,
Good.
Chief?
Hello, Angry Rooster. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing wonderful.
That good.
Wait, yeah, man, I thought I'd come up here and holler at you. I seen you went live. How in the world is life treating Glenn today?
Well, I can't really complain too much, and I can't really say I ain't been doing right now.
Oh, I know the feeling. It's one of them. Sometimes, the more you complain, the worse it gets, or it, the better it gets. I haven't quite figured that out. I've seen guys sit there and complain about not making no money and get raises and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're not talking about that. Man, it's
Well,
good to hear your voice. I'm glad you're
yeah,
doing well.
yeah. Well, you see, thing about me, it's been treating me real good, but anyway, I had to quit my job because do my back and heel, and yeah, one of them kind of situations, it that happened. And I can't really complain because while you had treated me good and anyway, and can't really do much. So
Well, you know, maybe this is God's little way of life of saying, Glenn, maybe it's time for you to slow down and enjoy the fruits of life that you were supposed to from the get go. I don't know, you know.
yeah, well, but I'm pretty like this. Uh, it ain't like that. I usually get enjoyment, out, helping people, going fishing, do all the things I like to do, and that what counts. And one thing I will say to anybody, no, enjoy life. No, if you work and you go out and enjoy life after you get through working, no, that's the main thing.
Yeah, you know, I sit there and I I remember when I was a young fella, you know, I thought for sure I was going to be that guy, for this company. And I've went through that throughout the years, and I was, it was different, but then you get to a point to where sometimes you see things that you don't like, and you go, maybe I'm better than that. And it just throws a wrench in everything. It's like throwing a wrench in a cog. What you thought was right, and then what you started learning, and then that wrench in the cog, and then years later, a lot of people it takes to recover.
Yeah,
You know, just like you got a wrench in the cog. You got a bad back. That's not cool. You
huh?
know.
Well, I'm pretty like this, okay? I am preferring to the certain individual. Hello, Doopy. And the certain individual, he go by Rebel, but I don't call him Rebel. I call him the retard Connie. He don't realize, how lucky he is. He is. I wish I could sit around all day 24/7 doing that. See, I can't. I had a job, and of course I had slowed down, but I still, I didn't work much at all this past week, but this coming week, this week alone, I might have two different jobs, which it ain't gonna take me long. Maybe I'm gonna say about an hour and 30 minutes. All depending on who needs me. Hello, Mr. Joe Core. Hello, Alexandra. Happy 4th to everybody.
Right on. Joker. And everybody in the chat. Right.
And well, the thing about me, I am gonna try to work, when I can, but sometimes it all depends, who gonna needs me and who don't.
Well, Glenn, good help is hard to come by. I've been trying to tell that for years. And, I just don't really understand. When I get a new job and I go in there and everything's good, and I'll fuck something up, and I'll look straight at them and go, hey, good help's hard to come by.
Yeah.
Give them a big old smile.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I ain't like that. But no, yeah, I understand. People, man, these gas prices and the meat prices and everything is like plays a role in the economy on how people can communicate with each other like me and you right now. Can you afford it? Yeah, it don't go up. My car wash bill didn't go up. But actually
Yeah.
it is going up. But yeah, say it didn't. Say it didn't go up. Well, of course it's going to go up. Everything goes up. You know why? Inflation. I don't understand.
Well,
You know.
fortunately me, the car washing bill on me, it's still sitting at the same zero. Because hello, sick banger. See, when I go wash, that's one thing that I actually do. I wash clothes, I help Weedy. It all depends, like the person that helping. All depends what they want me to do.
Sorry, Glenn. Just for the record, I did not know that you wash cars. That has really been, dude. I've got a car wash friend guy. Man, I am glad I got you. So, how many years you been washing cars, bro?
Oh shoot! Ever since let's see, I started when I started working at about 8-12. Doing yard work.
Right.
About 8-12. About 8-13 when I'm doing maybe 1-2 cars a year, and everything where I lived at kind of got built up. Well, I picked up on maybe 2 more since then, but I also lost 2.
Right.
But all depends. Like I said, it all depends who I work for and what they want me to do. Sometimes one neighbor picked me up, asked me to see where I come help them. I tell them yes, sir. I'm more than happy to have lead a little bit something someone give me to do, and I don't ask them for no money, but they pay me pretty good.
Right on. I wish you were around here. I need people like you, man, just in my life. Because you're knowledgeable, it sounds like to me. Just saying.
Well, I'm pretty like this. That's which one I said. What I said. No, towards people like that. That dumbass retard Connie. No, he sit on his ass 24/7 on the computer or whatever, doing his live stream. Mm. See, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I always doing something.
I tell you what, while your mind is active, uh, well, you, I've been kind of worried about one of the vehicles that I bought, and I wanted it to always be just as pretty and shiny as it can be.
Just like, yeah.
And I went and bought me some stuff called liquid glass. Do you know how to install liquid glass?
Uh, Hang on. Give me.
I know yeah, there's a preparation I'm pretty sure of. I'm not really familiar with it. I've been trying to do some studies on it, and if I'm not trying to hold you to the water, but
Yeah.
you were talking about detailing cars, and it got me to thinking. I was like, oh yeah, I got that liquid glass. You know,
Uh,
I
li-
can
uh,
go out there and buff my car out. But yeah,
One thing, like if you want to fuck your car, the best product, to my opinion, this is my opinion here, the best product to like buff out, buff up, give it a good shine. Uh,
yeah.
it I want to say, like their name for it, it's like a total.
Oh, turtle wax.
That's
I've
it.
got some of that. I've used that on a lot of vehicles before. Man, for years.
Well,
You
I'll
know.
tell you now. Uh, I will describe that stuff, and there's a reason why, because if you do it just right, it will give you car a good shine. And I use that on the older model vehicle where the color kind of faded away, and I can make it the fadiness where it look like it's fading away, have complete shine.
That's amazing, man. That is. I didn't know you were talented like that, bro.
Yeah. It ain't hard to do when you know how to do it.
Yeah. I have
And
never messed with it like 100%, but I have dabbled in it some, kind of like playing music and stuff like that. But man, you just impressed the shit out of me. I've been paying money for all these people to do pretty much, well, it's not so much of them paying them to do whatever, it's the quality. So if I know the knowledge and I insert it to, you know, doing my extra step to my vehicle, it makes me feel better about doing that extra step, right?
yeah. See, and Corey, everybody got their way of doing it, but then my way that I do, I start out with the section. And what I mean by section, like I do like a trunk, the hood on the trunk first. Then I go to that quarter panel on the side, like where it go over the tire. Then I go door to that front panel. Then I do the hood, front car. Then I kind of work my way around. But you can get on YouTube. They might can tell you better way to doing it. Hello, dope guy.
Yeah, and it's funny that you're talking about that, right? So now, today, like today, is an easy day washing a car, right?
Oh yeah.
Imagine when there's a lot of pollen. Man, is it not fun, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. What is your. Alright, so do you have a preference that you like to use on interior as far as the leather goes and stuff like that?
Can't really give one on that part because I mean they got different stuff for that on later wise and one I know on the wall uh make some stuff for later. And they also make some stuff like when you go clean your tires and wheel. And I'll go with that particular name brand.
Right on.
But now before any other product I ain't real familiar with, but I know Armor they usually get do pretty good on letters.
Can you hear me, Glenn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I heard you was a small engine man too.
Not really.
Not
I
really?
know. Not really. I know some people. I'll tell you now. I got 3 people in my family is a mechanic. And they can tell you more about vehicles, tire, motor, everything. And they can tell you more about that kind. Like working on motors and transmission. I had to go squad didn't get your mechanic know stuff about that one.
Right, right, right. Heck yeah.
But add like changing oil or no
Oh,
stuff
I'm
like
glad
that.
you mentioned that. Man, guess what kind of oil that I bought this weekend?
What is it?
Havoline.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
That
I
one.
put some. Yeah, I got a 2018 model car. I put me some Havoline in it. I've been doing my research, and man, there's a lot of technology going into oils these days, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if you are kind of like me, but I like having a good old engine going down the highway, and sometimes when I want to get in it, I want to get in it, and when I don't want to get in it, I don't want to get in it, but I like it to be there. And the way the oils used to be, and the way the technology and the engines are now, it is a trip on how they merged.
Oh yeah.
You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know that you gotta have your uh, air intake system cleaned. You know, they
Yeah.
call it an engine or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a certain, yeah,
Airflow system.
yeah. They don't know
Yeah.
that they. You know what I use? Seafoam. I got a contraption that I made. My buddy, my best friend that I grew up with. He's an auto mechanic, and he built one. And when he built one, the company he was working for, they made it, and then all you do is just pour seafoam in it, and you got a ball valve that goes down to the air intake system, usually your booster hose, right?
Yeah.
Or a strong vacuum line. It don't have to be that one, just as long as it's good and strong. And you just throttle it. You got a ball valve on it, and you just barely throttle it, and you can hear it, and it'll sound like a, like that, like you're spraying a paint can.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what you want. That's what you want. And then once it does that, all you do is just hop in it, drive down the road like normal. It'll blow everything, catalytic converter and all. It'll blow all that stuff out of there.
Yeah.
It'll burn it right off. It'll be so much smoke coming out there, you'll be going, hey, that's got to be bad for the environment. No, what you're doing is you're actually burning the catalytic converters off. Well, if you look at the tractors and stuff like that, what are they doing with death?
Mhm. Oh yeah. I
How
know.
many
Yeah.
tractors catch on fire in a field? It's not a good thing.
No.
When I was young, and this is the God's honest truth, I grew up around creeks and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I had a 69 Chevelle I was running around with, 16 years old. And we were going to the creek, and then we got figured out, people were running around in these fields, and they had mud holes in them, and I was hanging around with the mud hole guys in the Chevelle. And I would cruise through these woods. Well, I didn't know it, but these guys taught me, said, hey, don't sit there and park your vehicle in the grass. Go over here and let it cool off. Then start it and drive it over here and park it in the grass.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
understand why. They were like,
Yeah.
because it'll catch
Yeah.
on
You
fire.
go do. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Because motors get hot as you're driving, and that one they tell you that. That doesn't make sense.
A lot of the things that I've seen in my days, and it's weird that we're talking about this. I was going down the interstate the other day, and I seen a car that was pulled off on the side of the interstate. I'm not a firefighter. I don't know anything about firefighting, nothing. But all I know is this. All I hope is they took the precautions that I was taught. Shut your engine down on the side of the road if you're going to park on the side of the road. Then when it cools off, pull over on the side of the road in the grass. Don't pull it over there when it's hot and everything's hot. The damn whole thing will catch on fire. Just it's under circumstances things can happen fast
Yeah. Oh yeah.
through the heat. You know, where I learned that? Auto
Wait.
mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah. I know over the course of years that rode around with other people and all. I can't tell you how many times I've seen cars that someone parked on the side of the road and had to go to the store, and all, when they come back, the car would be completely on fire.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize, and I'll tell you, and I had no idea about this in my life experience. I got a F-150 sitting out in the driveway right now. I ain't drove it in years. It'll fire right up. I can drive it wherever I want to. I try to keep it up.
Oh, okay.
Well, one day it was my daily driver, and I'm cruising up the interstate, and I see this car on fire, and I want, in my mind, I really want to get to work, right? So I shout down on her on that 302. She's sitting there, and I'm pouring the coals to her, and she's getting on with it. And I really did leave people behind. Well, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know the car was going to explode as soon as I went by. thank God, as soon as I went by, I didn't know the dangers of shock absorbers that people used to put in these cars. You know, you as a firefighter, right, Glenn? You know about
No,
firefighting, about them shock absorbers? Explode
well,
like
I heard about it.
explosives and
I had heard about it. I'm playing with you about everybody at the fire station here local where I'm at.
yeah,
You know, but I
they're
can go
like
up there.
darts.
See, I can go.
Sorry.
I can go to my local fire station right now, and you'd be shocked how many people at the one fire station, and every one of them come over and how you doing, sir? And they won't bother me, and I won't bother them.
That's funny you mentioned that. There's somebody I know that works for the fire department around here, and they're older now, right? And got now people are starting to get married and blah blah blah, and he wants to become a cop, right? And it's weird because they have been on his ass. I don't know if he'll actually become a cop or not now. I hope he's a good one. If he does, I'm gonna tell you, the youngster, if he does, he'll probably be a good one. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
Because they have been on his butt. It's weird.
yeah,
You know, my wife for a long time, you know, I seen these videos of people, you know, like even firefighters and stuff, you know. I'm not trying to bash nobody, but, you know, bad things that happened. And, you know, my wife, she thought that I was trying to pick on her brother, you know, and it wasn't that. It had nothing to do with that. I was trying to bring awareness to life. And we'll see what happens with this guy. You know, he don't know anything. He's out there. He's a rookie. He don't know nothing about life. He don't know anything. He don't know like any kind of construction work. Nothing. And he's gonna go be a police officer. We'll see how it goes.
yeah.
I'm really hoping that he does the right thing, but you know, we'll see.
Oh yeah, yeah. You never can tell sometimes.
You just can't. You know, I'm a firm believer. When I was 18 years old, you know, well, 16 years old, we'll say that. 16 years old, okay? So that's probably, Jesus, a long time ago. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter about that. When I was that young, they used to actually have stuff at the sheriff's department to where you could go in there, sign up with this system. They would give you alcohol, and they had these machines to where they tested your ability on driving, and they used you as a test dummy.
Oh yeah,
I had a bunch of friends that did that shit, and they paid you for it.
yeah,
I never did do it, you know. I felt like I was better than them, right?
Yeah. No, well, believe it or not, I do got a friend. He a volunteer firefighter. He volunteered his time as a firefighter for a little over, I want to say like 31, not 32 years. But he also worked on, he got his little lawnmower service. And what he did, he didn't go out and cut grass. What he done, he fixed them. Like someone got a lawnmower need to be fixed, and they knew exactly what wrong with it. And they had to tell. If they don't know,
Wow.
they had to tell him, well, won't claim, ain't really pursuing what he does.
Right.
He checked into it, and he tried clanking. He can trace the source down exactly what's wrong with it.
Right. Right. He's a small engine repair guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And over you, watching, talking to him and watching him, on some little trick of the trade about working on lawnmowers. Well, working on lawnmower ain't no different from working on vehicles.
That's right. You're exactly right. That's what they taught me in school, Glenn. You know, ain't nobody in here, I'll guarantee you, in this, well, no, I take that back because there are some people that work for some racing engine stuff. But when it comes to rebuilding a carburetor, man, hardly anybody don't even, what they do now is they just buy a new carburetor and they got it hooked up to this thing that pulls a vacuum on it, and they do adjustment on it, throw it in a box and send it to you and go, hey, it's not my fault if it ain't adjusted right.
Yeah. Here's one good thing about my dad and both of his brothers. When I remember this way back when in my childhood time. My dad and both of his brothers used to race at the local dirt track, here in the northwest Louisiana. And the track itself is located on Louisiana Texas line. It's in Louisiana, but it ain't that far from Texas and Louisiana line at. And named the dirt track. In fact, you can go look it up. Named the dirt track. They call it Boot Hill. And well, that with my dad and both of his brothers used to race that. And of course, that track
Right on.
changed so much. Over years, I first time went back about 3 years ago. It started out a quarter mile. 3 people owned it, and the guy that owned it now, he decided he wanted to be have it at a quarter mile. Well, back where it was, as a quarter mile, where they second guy owned it, he decided to make it a half a mile track. And when my dad and both of his brothers decided, they had their own car. All 3 of them had their own cars. They always raced. They raced against each other, and they didn't race each other in
Right
the
on.
first main heat, in the second heat, in the third heat. But they always end up meeting up in the final heat, the main heat, the biggest way. And all
Right.
3 raced each other. And what they did, not only they owned their own cars go to racing. All three worked on their own cars, did their own tires. They did no, they pretty much did it all when they racing. They pretty much their own pit crew. They didn't have nobody else.
That's the way it was back then.
Oh
And
yeah,
then now you get into the pits. Hey, I'm friends with people, but I don't do it no more. I just know them. But like you talking about like a pit crew, could you imagine standing on the side of the road? Motherfucker goes by you at 120 miles an hour and you're standing there in a ditch hoping he don't fucking kill you
yeah,
just so you can time him. That's what I'm talking about,
sure.
you know. Look, imagine that guy in the car. That's the guy. Uh, I used to do a lot of dumb things, Glenn. There's one thing I don't do no more.
Me and you both.
Do smart things. I'm always doing dumb things.
Hey, I might do dumb things, but
I have fun doing it too. I have fun.
yeah, might well have fun doing it. I'm put it this way: when I go watch NASCAR, I don't look at the NASCAR the way most people do, and which one because it no thing. My dad and both his brothers, it just no watching them on the dirt track and watching the NASCAR with them. It just I don't look at that the same way most people when I watch NASCAR, I see I can actually tell there's something wrong with the car. Who got the best setup? Who can do what? And that thinking.
You know, I hated scraping tires. You know what? That was the fucking most boring shit. But they had them dimples in there, and you're sitting there looking at them going, wait a minute, we're still on practice tires?
Yeah. I want to tell you now, one thing I noticed about, see, like, if you really stop and think about it, there are a lot of similar things in the dirt track, in the NASCAR, and funny how you mentioned that. No, dirt track does it too on the tire. They got practice tire for practicing. And they got tires like whenever they actually doing the qualifying, they got tires that they race with. And you only allow like so many set per section. And in dirt track, if you go look at NASCAR is the same way. Because they got practice, they got set tire for practice, they got set tire for qualifying. Where they always use one set of tires for qualifying. They got a set of tires, like one set of tires, they lay like one set, so many set of tires for the race. Well, dirt track is similar like that.
Man, I got a really good friend that has a brother up here where I live. and that's all they do is racetrack, man, dirt racing. I don't know them. I have no association with them really. Don't know anything about them. But I had a lot of fun doing different things because that was what I was doing was a different circuit, right? So they were doing the dirt track. We were on more of the NASCAR circuit, right?
Oh yeah.
You ever heard of Nashville Fairgrounds?
Oh yeah, yeah. I am
Yeah,
familiar
they've
with it.
changed it a lot since I've been there. You know, I'm old. I'm the older school. You know, but yeah,
I know.
it's pretty
I know.
sad,
I
man.
know. I know.
Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee got one with that one you just named. California got one. Carolina. I know
Yep, that's right.
North Carolina got one. With the NASCAR race on all three of them tracks one time a year.
Right. I
In
don't know.
fact, 90% of your NASCAR drivers over the years, and one thing I know is 90% of them raced on dirt track. It's very rare that you see a driver in a NASCAR circuit that ain't never raced on dirt. Like that Diana Patrick. She came from that Formula One.
Well, yes and no. I kind of gotta agree with you on the dirt part, but depending on the region now, I have seen people that I've seen that. Do you know? Have you ever met Diana Patrick? Have you ever
Not
met her?
really.
I
Not
did.
in
I
person.
used to be at man. I uh, hang around with a group of people, and Diana, when she was young and she was getting started, there was a lot of people. I seen people that got hurt that were racing so hard, Glenn, that took a turn and something would break at like 150 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
Those teams, that's what they did. It was like weird. It was like, why are you pushing them vehicles? Like, you're pushing it to the limit 100% of the time, and that's what they did. And they kept getting hurt. That's what happened. That's what I was watching. I sat there and watched Tandy Marlin and them crews have a good time. I watched this one crew down at the Nashville Fair. I sat there and watched them turn around. You think that on the NASCAR circuit, you watch on regular TV somebody doing a head-on collision. Huh? I seen it. I was down there in the pits when it happened. Seen it through my own two eyes on the back straightaway because the guy that used to win every weekend didn't win.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what weird.
That was pretty much it. It
Yeah.
was so funny. And he got booted out. Hey, I never seen that guy ever again. But you know what? I seen him after that on other racetracks. It was weird,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
It was weird.
what gets me about them cars, like if something broke. Every race team in the NASCAR circuit, and every team got them. They got different crews. Okay,
Right.
they got a crew like doing way like change tires, put gas in tank whenever they make a pit stop.
Right.
But they got another crew like Todd
I
blew
was the
out.
tire changer guy. That's what
Yeah.
I was trying to do. I was in the ARCA race. Well, when I quit, I was in the ARCA. That's what I was doing.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm gonna tell you, I fucking pulled some muscles. I'm gonna tell you, I was a little guy. I did not deserve to be. Hey, some of them tough guys that I was hanging around with, they were some tough bastards. That's all I got to say. I was that little guy that was trying to be tough. And I was hanging around the right people, and hey, don't get me wrong. I learned to lift weight a little bit later. I was a
Yeah.
smaller guy, a little bit smaller.
Well,
Hey,
whenever you did, well, that thing, whenever you're dealing with those, there's some people out around, there's retarded Connie, he's about a dumb day long when it comes to
well,
toes.
you
Okay?
know what his problem is?
He think he know every fucking thing, don't know shit.
No, that's not what it is. He does know everything.
Yeah, you hit mine, he know everything.
Hey, he's teaching me and you, right?
Yeah. Hey. That
You
one
idiot.
was
I could climb up in the tree and cut a rope, and he can't figure out go. Well, how'd that rope get up in there? He's trying to
yeah.
figure that out. Well, maybe you should have figured that out before you threw the rope in there.
Yeah.
Come on, Connie boy.
No, I wouldn't trust him. Far I can throw him. Well, I can't throw him. I can't throw a person that far.
I'll be honest with you, Glenn. I couldn't even pick up and throw him, probably. But I'll tell you what, he might get the itching. I'll throw him in the grass.
Yeah.
I want to rub him in the grass. That's what I want to do. Sit there and rub you in some hemlock. Be sitting there running. He be sitting there running. He's like, yeah, I about got him. And then you run him over in that poison hemlock. And then you just fucking throw him over into it. Just he's done. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna only twist this person in the chat. Mr. Dane White, I think you might want to leave.
Glenn, I was sitting there in my car.
I'll let my mom take care of these soccer account, keep bringing up Lady Di. If y'all got a problem, y'all need to talk to her about it.
Well, why does people want to bring up old stuff?
Is that, yeah, no, that's what gets me.
Well, who's Lady Di anymore today, The last I remember, I didn't even think you cared about her anyway. But even if you did, I would never hold it against you, bro.
Well, I'm pretty
That's
right
the way people do. That's the way they do you. They want to twist things around.
Well, the thing about me, I don't have a problem with Lady Di, okay? She ain't never done anything to me. Okay? So,
right on.
Therefore, why in the hell y'all want to try to start shit with me because I'm friends with somebody else that y'all don't like? So what? I'm friends with, it ain't just her, I'm talking about with anybody.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, I don't know very many vehicles that well. But I know one thing. I'll sit there and watch this vehicle leave from my neighbor's house. And, I don't really care what they're doing, but, they got money. And they got these deliveries that are happening. And I sit there and watch that Honda go by. That motherfucker sounded like it was going to blow up. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen with their. Well, that one didn't. Ooh. Anyway.
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened to Angry Rooster, but he dropped off. And another thing, why in the hell y'all won't flag her for? Why don't y'all leave her alone? She might leave y'all alone. Simple as that. Hello, Albert. You there?
Yeah, bud. I'm
Okay.
here. Yeah, man. I'm sitting here watching the heat get hotter, you know. Glenn, what do y'all do down there in the south to try to cool down?
Hop in water.
Well, that's what we do around here too. I got my kid a pool. We keep it full. Bathtubs and showers and everything else. Do you do any kind of crawfishing?
Yeah, I do. But right now, the way heat going, it don't do no good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I was curious about that. There's a lot of, even in the South, we're northern to you, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So,
Hey, hang on a sec. Hey, Albert. I know you a mod, and you can go ahead and time them to Mr. Lady Di, and but man, you can time them out or block them. One, two, up to you. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Okay.
oh boy, I tell you. So, let me ask you, Glenn. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on TV about these guys that are pretty much gangsters in the woods of Louisiana. It's pretty rough, right? There's
Yeah.
alligators and stuff everywhere. Now, let me ask you. I had a friend for years, man, for years, and he lived in the swamp. Matter of fact, he lived on a boat, and I came, you know, I lost touch. So I'm asking you, are you on that kind of water?
Uh, well, I'm
Do
at.
you go out there and catch alligators like he was doing? You know?
Oh yeah, yeah, I would.
Hell yeah.
Hello, Watch City News. It been a while since you here.
What's the biggest? Uh, well, actually, now let me back up. Um, how do you clean an alligator? Say if you wanted to do just the tail versus the head and everything. What's the process that you go through?
Well, what way I probably do it, I might do it wrong, but I cut the head off. Then I tie him up by the tail, and pull him up and pull him up off the ground. Then I gut him. You get the guts out. Then I skin him. I do alligator way I do deer. Hey Albert, I'll let you and What City Audit come up and duke it out if y'all want to. Albert, well, no, Albert Mill, I trust you. Not porn bombing, but I only know that the real What City Audit. Oh, okay. But yeah. Well, Albert, I'm pretty right there. I know you know the lady died, and I trust you. If them two idiot want to talk about somebody, they can go talk about the retard Connie. I don't give a shit.
That's right. Don't forget it.
Yep.
Ask again. It'll be the same.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people don't understand, do they? Oh, Glenn. You know what I'm fixing to do, Glenn?
What that?
As soon as my wife gets home, I'm fixing to start diving deep into making some applesauce and apple jelly and stuff like that. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Fixing to go deep into it. Got me a little hand crank, little apple peeler. I tried to use a drill and stuff, but yeah. It's got to be in certain conditions.
Well,
You know, yeah,
you just make me hungry. By bringing the applesauce and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. That's what I'm fixing to do. I
That would
can't
make
wait,
me
man.
even more hungry. Pumpkin pie.
Oh, are you kidding me? Shoot, yeah. Dude, you know, it won't be long. They'll be back ready back in October.
Yep.
That's going to be around my birthday.
Oh hey.
That's the reason why I can remember pumpkins. I love pumpkins. You know, Glenn, you ain't no but. Well, no, you are so much. You know, uh, the way you do things. You know, informative. right?
Yeah.
Have fun listening to you, bro. I'm serious, man. All weekend I was sitting there going, there's got to be somebody. And then here I am, finally. Man, I've seen people going down the road. I can't wait till tonight. That's when the fun's going to begin.
Oh, yeah.
They went out and spent all that money. I can't wait. All their pretty cars and going out. Hell yeah. Hey, I was part of it too. I went and spent a bunch of grocery money. I never did buy no fireworks though. But I do have fireworks.
Yeah, only fireworks I got me sitting at the house, watch everybody else pop them.
Yeah.
Let them
Man,
spend all that money. I sit there and watch them pop it.
You know what's funny, Glenn?
What the hell?
One day I was sitting there and I could hear these coyotes out in the back going, ow, 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 ow. They're just fucking like they're attacking each other.
Yeah.
I got me one of them whistlers. Here, pow, here, pow. You didn't hear them damn things for a month.
No,
I
you
mean,
know,
literally.
you got me thinking about what I did years ago. Call K1, call cops, something. I don't give a shit. I had a pack of coyotes visiting attack me. And it did happen on 4th of July night. Coming home, I had some fireworks. Every year about around 4th, I always carry them Westwood poppers.
Yeah.
And that's what I call them, the Westwood poppers.
Yeah.
I lit one, I wait just right, and I throw it, and the way I throw it, I make sure I get it just right. Then the only thing you, pew, and you go back to them, and you explode right in the middle of them, it shatters them every time. It scares them, but after the second or third time, they didn't fuck with me.
Hey, Glenn. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Can I tell you something that happened to me?
Hello, Huckleberry. Yeah.
I was in my shit. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Me and my buddy. I had a 69 Chevelle at the time, and he had a 67 Camaro. And we went down to the creek. And we were sitting there swimming and, you know, just hanging out, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, we left. I ain't seen us in each other. Well, we come back, and I'm riding with him this time. And in the creek, you know how the creeks are. Well, he decided he was going to light a bottle rocket and lay it on the top of the car and point it at me. Well, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that was happening. And I had my back turned to him, and I was taking a leak, you know.
Yeah.
And I turned around and to go look at the car where we went back into the creek again where we was going to go swimming. And that bottle rocket hit me in the eye, my right eye.
Ooh.
And I pulled it out. This is God's honest truth. I am not lying to you. I pulled it out. And when I let it go, it exploded.
Yeah.
I got lucky. And my vision recovered for years. But now it's getting bad. Now that I'm getting older, maybe, I don't know if I'm not doing the right thing. I could just tell, my vision's getting bad anyway. But the one on the right hand side where my bottle rocket accident was, yeah,
Yeah.
it's never been the same. Because it's always been like swirlies. Like my left, like I could close my right eye and I could see 20/20 vision my left eye. But I'm right eye. So if I was going to shoot a gun, you know, the only way I could do it, I'd have to be quick about it. That's the only way I can do it.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Huckleberry, you can come up if you want to. But yeah, I shoot a gun the way I play baseball. When I go bat, I go either handed. It don't matter to me. I can hit baseball with my right or my left.
So
Same
you
way I
used to
shoot a
play
gun.
softball too?
Yep.
Man, I used to play church league softball. Man, you want to talk about fights I ain't never seen in my life.
Well, I play more high school baseball more than any other kind of softball or anything else. And
Well,
one thing
yeah,
I
that's
noticed
different.
in baseball, see, like baseball, the pitcher's worst nightmare is a switch hitter. And for most people don't know what a switch hitter is, that where you can bat with your left, and you can hit with your right just that good.
Man, that's
Yeah,
funny you mentioned that because I used to. You know what? I I'm not ambidextrous, but I am good pretty much both ways. So if you was to throw something at me, I'm gonna try to catch it right-handed by accident, right?
yeah,
But if I see it coming and I focus on it, my natural reaction's right hand, but I'll try to catch it with my left hand too,
yeah,
right? But I get what you're talking about. Man, that's awesome, Glenn. We got a lot in common, bro.
yeah. Well, you see that I don't know why I like that, but I played a little bit of football, and if I go line up on the right side, and if I become a receiver, okay, Albert, if I want to be like a eligible receiver, if I line up on right hand, I will catch with my right hand certain way. If I go line up on the left hand side, I catch with my left hand. Well, I do baseball similar the same way, but when I go bat, I can go left or I can go right, and it won't matter to me. It don't bother me as much.
You know why, Glenn? I think I know why you're that way. Because you're a hard working guy. Crawling up underneath the houses, trying to hammer something right handed, hammer something left handed. You get out there and you're standing up and you're doing stuff. It's like, right? You just get to moving. And it's a natural thing. That's pretty cool, bro. You
Yeah,
got a lot. You got a lot of talents. You got a lot of natural talents. See, a lot of these kids nowadays don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
now
Don't even have a clue.
I agree. The
What?
kids nowadays, like the younger generation, they don't know shit. They don't know shit from their ass.
Most of them don't, and most of them might be too smart, you know. I've been around some people that thought they were too big, you know. It's weird, you know. Sometimes you don't want to get involved in it, and you sit there and look at them and go, damn, do you really want to go there? You don't even know what you're talking about.
Dude, know what I do? If someone really want to go that route, want to do something like get in, like doing something I don't really care about, I'll just look at it and I look at what they look at, and they ask me, want to get in and try to do that. I know there's one, two things I'm gonna say. Let's try it, or I'm gonna say I don't give a damn. You can have fun with it.
That's right. How much do you know about transmissions?
Not too much.
Mm.
I know when you want to start going out, you won't make the vehicle go.
Damn. Right on. Yeah, I've been, you know, got one that I got to go spend money on. It's been a good vehicle. I'm kind of torn, you know, because the way, I'm going to be honest with you, Glenn, you know, the way they build these cars now, okay, if you actually took care of it and you got 500,000 miles out of it, you probably should just go ahead and drive it straight on into the scrap yard, right? That's
Yeah,
what people think. I'm not that way. You know, I've been putting money in. You know, I got a vehicle right now. Man, 378,000 original miles, original engine, original transmission, original rear end. You know, I've put brakes and I've done all the maintenance and blah, blah, blah to it, right? And the transmission went out, I think. You know, it quit pulling. It works in second. So, as far as I've looked into, I need to get the transmission messed
yeah.
with. And I'm not a transmission guy, you know. And I don't know, you know.
No, that don't seem amaze me. How much transmission cost? Just even have one. No, worked on. No, having repaired.
Well, I'm looking at, look, I bought another car, okay, a Honda Civic with 182,000 miles on it. Man, my daughter, she's been driving the hell out of it. But when this transmission went out, you know, my daughter, she was in high school and she had that car, right?
Yeah,
So, you know, she had her license, and you know, I'm trying to be a father, so I went and got her her thing. Now I want to. I don't know. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. Maybe I mean, it ain't like I got the money. I'm just trying to. I don't know, but I got my eyes set on this Explorer Sport Track, getting that transmission fixed in it, and that car that I bought. I've already had offers on it for what I paid for it. So, mm,
oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I'll go fix the truck and get my money back on the car, and no harm, no foul.
yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean? My daughter, she had it the whole time. Swap hands, no big deal. Everything's fine. Hell,
Sure,
man,
no, I mean that
no,
Toyota truck my
what's that?
dad had. It's a 1989 small pickup, Toyota pickup. It wasn't in what gets me. It wasn't no bigger than what the S10 was. No, back then, no S10 wasn't really all that big. I mean, yeah, big enough. It had two people.
Man, I drove S10s for a long time, and they were my favorite.
Yeah,
I had a stereo system in my first one. It was lowered 2 inches. I had a stereo. I had I had two tens in behind the seats that I built custom boxes for. I had two 6x9s that were, where your feet are when you're sitting in the seat. They were facing forward, right, up underneath the seat, facing forward. And then I had some tweeters up on the dashboard, right.
yeah,
So, and that was my everyday driver. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in that S10. I rebuilt the engine in it. It was a V6, the small V6. Was it a 2.8? Yeah,
yeah,
2.8. Uh, we took at the time. I had a 2.8 that was caught on fire, and what we did was we took the crank out of that engine
yeah,
and put it in my block, and we rebuilt everything else, and we did some aftermarket stuff on it. It was just a 2.8 S10. I mean, when you're
yeah,
driving it down the road, you're like, yeah, it's a black S10. It was different. It was lowered. It was different. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know anything. You wouldn't think anything of me, right?
yeah,
Until you actually asked. And if I popped the hood, everything was detailed
yeah.
underneath it.
See, when
That's
my
the
dad
way
bought
we were
that,
taught, you know.
when my dad bought that Toyota, and it's a four-cylinder, and we knew exactly what wrong with it. And my dad, the guy that owned it when my dad bought it from, he asked him like 200, about 150, 200. And what my dad did, he like, well, okay, my dad bought, gave, he said, well, the guy said he willing to take 100 to get rid of it. And come find out what wrong with it, he let his daughter use it, drive from home to college and back home. Well, she didn't change oil, nothing for a whole year, and she drove it a little bit longer. She would have had that motor blown up. And but anyways, my dad bought it. We got it. We loaded it up on the trailer. We
Right on.
got it on. We got it home. We first thing we did, we took the motor out off the truck. We stripped it all the way down. Took everything off. We cleaned it up. And we washed it. We went full force on washing it inside out. We made sure everything got cleaned up. As we built it back up, we put all new parts on it. And then after we got done, we tuned it up, and everything it ran like a champ, like a brand new one.
That's right. I like the way you think, Glenn. And when you mashed on the gas, that sucker got
You got
down
up
on
and
it,
go.
didn't it?
Yep.
That's
You
what I
got up
like.
and go.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? People, it kills me. You know, my little car, it don't mean a lot.
Yeah. Well, whenever we got that Toyota van, it dinged like a beaver and it ran like a champ.
That's right. Shoot.
And one thing I know about Toyota, that is the best damn vehicle anybody can have. You can't hardly wear them damn things out.
Hey, buddy, guess what I got me?
What that?
Hey, you got you a Toyota. I got me a poor man's fucking vehicle. I got a Ford. I got me a Ford.
Well, we don't get that Toyota no more. My dad sold it. My dad sold that truck more. He sold it more. What he actually paid for.
Hey, man, I love Ford, dude. No joke. This is God's honest truth. I'm gonna tell you. I've had a lot of Chevrolets. I've got pictures. To where my '69 Chevelle that I had. All these things. But I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, as I got older, want to be reliable. I love hot rodding a Chevrolet.
Yeah.
See, did you hear me choke on it?
Yeah.
I love hot rodding a Chevrolet.
Yeah.
But there ain't nothing like. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. Seriously, Ford has got it going on right now, especially with them 5.0s.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm. But whatever.
How well you like drag racing?
Do I now?
How much you like drag racing?
I love drag racing. Are you kidding me? Look, I'll tell you how much I love drag racing. And I don't drag race. Because I'm so hard on a vehicle. I'm going to tell you this truth. I got a new engine in my Ford because of my lead foot. Now, when I was running around, let's see, what is this? 2022. So back in 96, I had a 69 Chevelle. And I also had a CB radio. And my name was Leadfoot.
Leadfoot?
Yes. And my best friend was Conrad.
I think I talked to y'all before on CB.
Yeah, you may have had. I doubt it. That's been fucking over 30 years ago. But you probably did.
Have y'all ever talked to anybody about Country Boy?
I've seen Country Boy on this side of the fence. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Well, I go by Country Boy on AM.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about when I was a kid out of high school.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
This is what I'm talking about. Look, I graduated in 97. Man, I had a car in 96, Yeah. I was down at the high school in a 69 Chevelle. You understand what I'm telling you?
Oh, yeah.
I wrecked it. That's why they call me Leadfoot.
Leadfoot, yeah.
I swear to God, I rode it end over end. I got pictures. I mean, I literally rode it end over end. It was pretty.
Well, I still got that one picture that my dad, that car that my dad used to race.
Yeah.
I still got that picture.
I got a bunch of pictures. Hey, this car came from somebody in Nashville. I gave $250 for it. I should have had that car right now in my garage, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I was stupid. I was just a hot rodder. I loved racing. I loved the Leadfoot. Hence my name, Leadfoot. Hell, Ford put a fucking engine in my car, man. Are you kidding me? Because I got the premium insurance anyway, so I paid for it. But yeah, whatever. Did you know that they build them for you? Did you know that? It's kind of fun shit. Even Chevrolet does the same thing. We went to the Chevrolet dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get here. You know, I'm on an hour and a half, almost sitting there almost by that hour and a half. And I thank everybody that came in. I thank you coming up, Angry Rooster. And I'm gonna go ahead and everybody hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Hey man, happy 4th of July.